guys, Lucy from RESES here. So this is the next day from my last video on Instagram that I posted, and yesterday we were at the Spring Valley Middle School teaching garden and we were picking up some plants to transplant into the Kelowna Milpa Comunitaria, which is a community Milpa project that grows traditional Mesoamerican crops like corn and beans and different kinds of squash here in Kelowna. And RESES is collaborating with them on a few different projects around the Milpa. One of them is a composting toilet that we're currently working on, and we're also adding a bit more diversity into the Milpa with just a few perennial plants kind of skirting around. And so I just wanted to give you a little bit of a tour of those plants. So here we have actually some oyas, which is a watering technique for places that have dry climates. And this is pretty much just a clay pot filled with water and then buried underground, and it slowly releases the water over time. So we fill these up about once a week. And this is kind of an experiment also that we're running here. So we've got a few of them in the ground, and then we just transplanted, so it doesn't look like much, but we've planted calendula, which is a very hardy flower. And we also transplanted these raspberries from the Spring Valley Middle School garden. We also transplanted over here, we have some lovage, which is a great culinary herb that comes back every year. And this one looks pretty sad, but it actually grows really tall, like as tall as a person. And we've just mulched with these burdock leaves to help keep the moisture in the soil around the plants. And then if you guys are familiar with permaculture, you'll be familiar with this plant, which is Russian comfrey. So this is a great mulch plant. If this survives, it'll grow really big and bushy and will provide us with lots of organic material that we can add to the compost or to use for mulching. And then this guy we transplanted from the same garden but earlier, which is a gooseberry. And then we just have some wildflowers that are starting to come up here, interspersed with some calendula that's coming up. And we just transplanted a bit of yarrow as well. So yeah, it's kind of an experiment. We'll see what survives. But as you can see, there's two parts to the Milpa. There's this field here, and then there's a second field over here. And these are the main growing areas. That's the shed, and then that building over there is what's going to be the composting toilet building. It's a repurposed chicken coop. So we'll make some more videos around that as we get going on that project. I'd forgotten to talk to you guys about the medicinal garden. So this is kind of like a herb spiral, but it's a spiral garden, and it has a bunch of different cool medicinal plants. So it has thyme, different kinds of mint, some fennel, sage, some motherwort down at the base, and some yarrow as well. And this is a project that's being undertaken by 2 local women, which is really awesome. So it's just really cool to see this space being used in these different and collaborative ways. So thank you for joining me on this short little video, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!